Hey guys, I'm here at a hotel in just outside the track, and today I'm mostly just in a I'm just mostly here just to chat. I mean, I'm kind of exhausted as you can tell. I'm a bit sunburnt as well for a long day here. Where but yeah, Dover International well, Dover Motor Raceway, they changed the name and I mean, it's been a great weekend so far. We still got one more race tomorrow. I'll probably be back home depending on how long the race is, probably at like 8 or 9 at night. Like, don't count on me doing a stream tomorrow night just because I'm going to be tired and all, and I have to handle other stuff to catch up on. Fortunately, I don't have school Monday, so there's a chance I may go live on Monday. And yes, I am aware about the Mets no-hitter last night. I am aware of it. 5 pitchers threw a no-hitter. It was Tyler McGill. Yeah, Tyler McGill, Edwin Diaz closing it, Drew Smith, who was coming off the injured list, I think, Seth Lugo, and someone else. I can't remember. I think it was Yohan Lopez? Yes, I have missed. Yes, I know. And yeah, Matt Vet, Master Legend, Aurora, Blover, Abram, and LGL. Thank you guys for all joining us here. I know this was like a last minute planned stream, but I mean, I'm just here to discuss stuff. I mean, if the stream buffers, just keep in mind I'm using hotel internet, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, still the same overlay except now the webcam takes where the game footage would be. And yeah, I don't know if you guys saw Twitter, got a lot of photos here. Met a lot of drivers this weekend. Yeah, I have been speaking with drivers. Got to meet but yeah, yesterday was the ARCA East race. There were sadly, there were only 15 cars in the race, and that's just sad. And there were only 10 that finished because the all 5 cars that didn't finish pulled off for issues. I mean, the 5 cars that pulled off were like pretty slow, but oh well. But yeah, Taylor Gray ends up getting the first victory for Taylor Gray ended up getting the first victory for the Ford Mustang. Yeah, the Ford Mustang got its first victory in ARCA competition. So congratulations to them. Like Sammy Smith fell off definitely. I mean, it was pretty noticeable that Sammy Smith was not having a good day at all. Like I could easily notice that was the deal. But yeah, I mean tomorrow you guys may also see me do a semi collab sort of Ian welcome, like a semi collab sort of thing. Like I'm tomorrow like hopefully if I actually do meet up like with them, I'll be chatting around with All Ages Gaming at outside the monster statue at the track for a little bit, hopefully tomorrow, if everything goes to plan. I mean, he's gonna be at the track too. Like maybe there's a few other people here right now that are at the track as well that I'm not aware of. I mean, I hope. Stanley welcome as well. But yeah, but yeah, like Xfinity was pretty good too. Josh Berry win. Xfinity race was pretty good too. Josh Berry wins. Uh, yeah, Josh Berry wins that race. Uh, beating out Justin Allgaier. Allgaier led the most laps, but yeah, Allgaier led the most laps, but ended up losing it to Josh Berry. I mean, both of them were up at the front for definitely the latter half of the race combined, and I mean, at the start, uh, Brandon Jones led for a while, and he did a pretty good job. I mean, a lot of these guys did pretty good. I mean, like fan experience this weekend, pretty nice. Like, got to do some bumper cars as well. Got to also shop for a bit for like a couple of small die casts. I mean, and yeah, like unfortunately though, like there were some things I didn't like seeing, but oh well, can't really do much about it. Like I can't really do much about one person or a few people just saying something, but whatever. Bad. But oh well. Okay. Might be lagging a bit here. Yeah, might be lagging a little bit here. Okay, we're back. Well, as I warned, I'm using hotel internet, so I warned that I was using hotel internet, so this doesn't really come as much of a surprise as to why this is bugging here. The Dark Wolf, welcome. You think you remember me from where? You saw me at the. I'm assuming you're telling me you saw me at the track or something else. Yeah, guys, like past stream. Okay. I mean, I don't believe there's anybody here that was actually at the track right now. Like, I don't think there's anybody watching right now that was actually at the track, but hopefully people do actually. Hopefully people actually do show up and all. And Tony, welcome. It's been great. Thank you for asking. I'm tired though. I mean, it's been a long. I mean, it's hot, and it was pretty hot today. Yesterday was pretty windy. Hard to believe that April's already over. Yeah, I did. This is my PC. Or not PC, but like laptop. I technically don't actually own a PC. Technically. But yeah, as I said, we're just chatting here. Like I'm not really doing much. Like I don't really intend to really do much here. Just that it's been a nice weekend. I mean, if anyone's got anything else to like talk about, then we can, I guess. I mean, like someone did bring up the no-hitter last night, and that was definitely something to be proud of. I could definitely say that was something to be proud of. Seeing the seeing that no-hitter and yeah, like it's only the second no-hitter in Mets franchise history. Chase TPS, welcome. I'm not really in I'm not really into Minecraft, Dark Wolf. I'm not really into Minecraft. Hold on, let me move the webcam down a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I do have Minecraft, just not really into it. You may go to the All-Star race, Chase. Isn't that in 2 weeks? I think that's in like 2 weeks from now, Texas, the Texas All-Star race. But yeah, I mean, if you do go, I think you'll have a good time. I mean, personally, I don't like tech. I mean, I mean, we all have different opinions. I do not like Texas as a track. My personal opinion, it's the worst track on the schedule. Sharon, welcome. Yeah, Texas Motor Speedway is just the worst track on the schedule, in my opinion. Like I just think that it's just not a good track anymore. They're going to a party after a funeral. A weird combination right there. A party after a funeral. Unless it's meant to like celebrate like the person. But I do hope that whoever that is that did die is resting well in peace. And and yeah, trying to find some other like stories this weekend. All right. But yeah, I did do a bunch of tweets here, like kind of reporting at the track. Like I did get to speak to a couple of guys. Chandler Smith I spoke to, Ryan Sieg I spoke to. Uh, Spoke with Joe Graff Jr. as well. Yesterday I spoke with Riley Herbst. Spoke with a few other people as well. Like I got to speak to them via like the Q&A sessions that drivers had at like several booths. They got a lot of them tomorrow, a lot at the Ford booth, a bunch at the Monster statue. Pretty surprised here that my tweet about Kaz Gralla putting Cup guys in the big machine cars actually blew up. I'm honestly surprised. Like 41, there's 41 likes. Brody's gonna be there tomorrow, Dylan. Yeah, Dylan. Brody's gonna be there tomorrow. He's not gonna be there today. But yeah. A lot of guys did did talk about this. But yeah, if I go back to my tweet about Kaz talking to Kaz Gralla about him confirming that Cup guys are gonna be in the 48 for about Cup guys being in the 48 for Scott Berchetta's big machine. Uh, like there were a lot of people that were like, "Boo." Someone said, "I bet Bowman's one of them." Dear God, I hope they're wrong. I mean, there's an ally booth there. Also, when Bowman went around, went by me during qualifying, I yelled Mickey Bowman just because I can't stand him. I still can't stand him. I still have not gotten over Martin. It's just, I mean, I have gotten over Martinsville. It's just the problem is he's still been acting like a jerk on the track. Like like Bowman just is still acting like a jerk. But yeah, someone was like boo. Someone mentioned the Dylan, one of the Dylans, Austin, Tyler Reddick maybe in the 48. I mean, the reason someone also quote tweeted saying free Jade, who happens to be the guy who quote tweeted free Jade happens to be a spotter for in ARCA. Spencer Gogol, shout out to you. I know you're not here right now, but great guy. Does spotting for guys like Con Nicolopoulos. Actually, I think Spencer Gogol might actually be at the track. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, Dylan, are you at the track? I don't think you are. I had Daniel Creati on board also documenting this. But yeah, Big Machine is yeah, Big Machine Racing. They are a RCR affiliate, so I definitely could see someone like Austin Dillon in that car, or maybe Tyler Reddick. I don't know. Maybe I mean, Kaz said I expect to be back in the car. It's just that he has no races lined up back in there at the moment. I mean, there's some other news stories out here. I'm kind of doing Brock Beard style podcast here, or Colby Evans style broadcast. Kind of doing this in the style of them, just going over news stories and all. I don't believe there's like any racing outside of Dover this week. I don't think IndyCar's racing. I don't think they are. Hey Libra, welcome. Yeah, I don't think IndyCar is anywhere this weekend. Oh, they're in Barber? Okay, thank you. Yeah, they're at Barber Motorsports Park just outside of Birmingham. I mean, the only reason that track hasn't really been put into NASCAR yet is because of Talladega, and I see no chance of NASCAR leaving Talladega in the future, like zero chance of it happening. Like I just cannot see them leaving there. Like keep going through like some other headlines. Oh yeah, Formula E. It's been great out here, Libra. Like we've seen some great racing. Like tomorrow we got one more race. Yeah, like strangely enough, at the ARCA East autograph session yesterday, there was a driver there that was not even competing. Kyle Lockrow. He did mention I was supposed to compete. Money fell through, sponsor fell through, and he's gonna have to return to ARCA in the future. I'm actually gonna be at Pocono in a few months. Yeah, in a few months I'm gonna be out at Pocono for that race, hopefully, for the weekend there. I believe it's hold on. Let me find out which series is going there. Pocono race weekend. Okay, 2022 NASCAR weekend. Trucks are going there too, it looks like. Okay, it's actually a 4-day weekend. Not 4-day weekend, but it's four races. Yeah, but yeah, Friday is ARCA but this is for Pocono in like a few months in like late July. Yeah, Pocono is Friday. Then is Saturday is the Xfinity and truck race, and then Sunday is of course the Cup race. So yeah, I mean, I never thought I would actually ever go to Pocono just because we've heard from like other people that Pocono is just very bad for fan experience in terms of like seating. This is just from what I've heard. Like I've just heard that like seating is just not good and that you can't really see much outside just the front stretch, but I mean same applies for road courses and I was at Watkins Glen a few years ago. Like just thinking about that's a little bit funny. But yeah. Still trying to find some other headlines out here. Oh yeah, got to meet a few other guys here. I don't have the photos of them on my computer. I probably have them on my phone or iPad. Uh, got photos with Bailey Curry and Ryan Vargas. So they both yeah, Bailey Curry and Ryan Vargas. They both I thought. I mean they were trying to stay out of trouble, but I mean because they're like slower guys out there. They were slower guys. They just get caught up in incidents like getting in the way of like the faster guys out there that were lapping them. Problem was just that it's just hard to get out of the way when you're a slower car at a track like Dover. Like Dover's like more narrow than like say Pocono or any other track. I mean, Indy is also really hard to pass. But yeah, I do believe that there is a. I do think that we can have some good racing. I would hope. And for tomorrow, I mean, there was some issues with practice. I heard like cars kept spinning out. I believe. So that's definitely a concern. I mean, I think it does show like how hard these next gen cars are to drive. And I think it's a good thing that the next gen cars are hard to drive. I have heard it's hard. I have heard, according to some people, that it's going to be hard to pass tomorrow. I mean, that doesn't come as much of a surprise because I mean, it was already hard to pass. Probably will be better. Probably will be better. I think that it will be better than than the next gen, than the Gen 6 car, just because there was like a lot of issues with the Gen 6 car, I thought. Like, it's kind of a bit hard to explain, but there was a lot of issues with like side force, like too much side force, you put it, like that. Like there was just a bit too there was too much side force going with like other issues with the cars. But I mean, you never know. We could still end up getting some good racing, like even if it does end up being hard to pass. So yeah, like if I go through all the other like stories, there were a few like guys that I believe were supposed to show up to the and Revolution Cafe, welcome, and Alex sucks, welcome. But yeah, Revolution Cafe, welcome to Delaware. Yep, this is where I am right now. Yeah, there were a few guys that also for the ARCA East race were not there. Uh, there was like, and there were two that were on the entry list but withdrew. Max Gutierrez in the 30 withdrew for Rhett Jones. Eric Caudell also withdrew, driving for CCM. So sucks for them. There were a few other teams that I believe were planning to show up. Justin Carroll and the TC Motorsports team were supposed to show up. I haven't tried to get in contact with anybody. Like I haven't really been able to get in like social media contact with like teams and all. I have some videos. I have some clips taken of like the starts of races. I have some photos taken. That's mostly what I got. I was kind of surprised that Wayne Peterson did not bring a car down. Visconti, they were supposed to run the full E schedule, but they did not take a car down this weekend. So I was kind of surprised about that. Sorry, my dad and grandpa are snoring in the back. Yeah, they're tired too. I mean, I'm tired as well, but I'm not close to really falling asleep. But yeah, Last Chance Racing I think was supposed to show up too with like Ryan Roulette driving. They did not show up. I mean, it just seems like there's so many withdrawals in with teams that there's just seems to be so many teams that like withdraw and like on the entry lists. Is it illegal to take a car down? What do you mean by that? What do you mean specifically? But yeah, like they're gonna be but yeah, the E Series they got only 4 standalone races for some reason. I mean, they're gonna be I mean, their next race is next week at Nashville. Yes, it is illegal to do that. It is definitely illegal to crash another car on purpose. I don't know why we'd think it would be legal to do that. To be honest, I don't know why we would think it would be legal to. Yeah, it would get you arrested, Jeffro. I mean that doesn't really come without a doubt. Oops. Almost messed something up there. But yeah, like I mean the Xfinity race ended up being pretty good. Like I mean surprised that I mean last year but yeah, I was sitting out on the backstretch for this race and I was and there was some interesting stuff that happened out in the backstretch like this year like like out in the backstretch, like sometimes the cars would be actually going 4 wide, like towards like mid pack towards the back. I mean, it was a shame as well that Raja Karuth fell out early and ended up getting last in the Xfinity race that ended up like a few hours ago. Like that was definitely upsetting. Like I honestly believe it was I honestly was pretty upset that Raja fell out for issues. Like Raja was a guy I really enjoyed. Yeah, that is true, Jeffro. I mean, we've seen it at many other places. I mean, we've seen it. And I mean, after the race, after the race, I actually ended up in, just because like they didn't really have many small cars available. There were actually guys outside the track that were selling like bootleg cars, like fake, like small cars. And I mean, as I said earlier, there was some stuff that I did not like seeing there. There were some flags that I did not like seeing, but I just bought. But I mean, there were some nice retro cars there. Ended up just buying them anyway. And yeah. I mean, I did the same thing at Martinsville. I mean, I could probably take them out, those cars out right now, but I just don't really feel like it. But yeah, I mean, kind of a shame that I had to buy from buy from like bootleg tents and all, and not the actual like tents that trailers that NASCAR sets up for merchandise. But oh well. I mean, I wish that NASCAR themselves did a better job at it instead of me having to go to tents that 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 looked and had a lot of people that made it feel like hilly billy hell. Like that's just something that I did not really enjoy when I was in there. I mean, didn't really come as a shock, but I mean, of course, whenever you go to a NASCAR race, there's always going to be idiots there, but can't really do much about it. I'm not really willing to. I'm not really like just I just don't really care about what some people do. That's none of my business. Like there always will be idiots wherever you go, and it's a shame that that sometimes it has to be here. But yeah, still looking at trying to also look at some other stories here. Some other stories, yes, they do. Can't do anything about it. I mean, still a shame that some people out there have to be idiots and chant "Let's go, Brandon." Like, I mean, it's stupid. It's stupid that people have to try to bring that stuff in. Like, keep it at home. I mean, I don't bring political stuff to the track, so keep your stuff at home either. Like, it's that simple. Like, like the executives. I mean, Steve Phelps. Like he said, don't bring anything and don't bring anything political, regardless of what side you are. Like, don't bring it in. Like 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 they're planning to like ban political sponsorships, regardless of what side you believe in. Like, and I think it's the right thing to do. But yeah, I mean, I think that going forward after this weekend, like there will still be like I do think that they're going to Darlington next week, and Darlington throwback weekend, so there will be a lot of great paint schemes as well. I mean, we're not done with this weekend yet. I mean, if I go to the starting grid for tomorrow, Chris Buescher is on the pole. Like, yeah, we got Chris Buescher on the pole. No, there's no more U.S. Army car for for sponsorships at least. Although that's a separate thing. The U.S. Army is separate from that from that stuff. Like, but yeah, if I go to the qualifying results, there were actually four cars that did not take a time at all on the track. I mean, William Byron, Todd Gilliland, Harrison Burton, Josh Bilicki, they all did not take time on the track. They like Yoshi Feno too. Yeah, all four of them did not take time on the track because they all spun out in qualifying. Not qualifying practice. there were a lot of issues with practice, just like Auto Club, if you guys maybe remember. Oh, we had 10 likes on the stream. Yeah, Chris Buescher on the pole, Denny Hamlin second, Kyle Larson third, Chase Elliott fourth, Ryan Blaney fifth, Alex Bowman in sixth, Ross Chastain seventh, Daniel Suarez eighth, Bubba Wallace ninth, and Kyle Busch 10th. But yeah, it's going to be 400 miles, or should I say 400 miles of 400 laps because the track is 1 mile long. And yeah, like RFK doing stuff for once. Like it's great to see. But yeah. Cole Custer though has really been disappointing. Qualified below Cody Ware. Like it's and honestly that should probably go to show that I think that should just go to show that Cole Custer just sucks. And Eric Almirola just barely qualified ahead of Cody Ware, so that's also bad. And I mean, Rick Ware Racing really has got to not Rick Ware, Stewart Haas Racing has really got to step up their game, like for everyone. Like last year we saw Stewart Haas just fall off the planet except for Kevin Harvick. I mean, Eric Almirola did win a race last year, but besides that one win, he was awful. Like he was like he was last in the of the four Haas cars in the regular season standings. So I think that Almirola just stinks, and I mean it's clear as to why he's retiring. I mean Eric is definitely an. I mean I've met Eric before. He's a nice guy, but he's washed up. Let's face it. I mean he should have probably have gotten a cup ride. I mean Eric should probably have gotten a good cup ride when he started in like two when he got up to the series. Put it that way, like he definitely should have. I mean he got screwed over by Teresa Earnhardt and Guitar Hero, but I can't really but we can't really change the past. But yeah. Ryan Preece qualified 13th and wow. I mean, a Rick Ware car out qualifying a third Haas car. I mean, Cody Ware actually, but yeah, but yeah, Ryan Preece ended up out qualifying three of the four Haas cars, which honestly put Ryan Preece in the 10 next year because we know Almirola's not going to be in the 10 next year, and Custer's only going to stay. Custer's only going to stay in his ride because his father is an executive at Stewart Haas. Let's be honest. I mean, he's only going to stay there because his father, Joe Custer, is an executive at Haas Automation, which sponsors him. I mean, I know Gene Haas is the owner, but yeah. I mean, it's why Austin Dillon is still in the 3 car at Childress. I mean, that's what happens when his Pop owns the team. I mean, same goes for Austin Cindric. He's going to be in the 2 car until he's done. I mean, I know things can change. Like, I do know that things can definitely change over time. Cindric, I mean, because we saw Paul Menard move from team to team over time as like, when he was still backed by Menards. Like Paul Menard would go from one team to another, and I think that that's what he wants to do. And I mean, Paul Menard, that he just brought it over. He just brought Menards over wherever he could. I mean, they're doing a lot better. Oh yeah, Haas and Stewart Haas are different. Like the Stewart Haas team is essentially run by Tony Stewart in NASCAR, and then Haas is Haas F1. I mean, Gene Haas technically owns both sides, but they got different people running them. I mean, the Haas F1 team has been a disgrace in general for the past few years. Like, I mean, they got scammed. I mean, they decided to get Rich Energy on board, which had like bootleg ZZ Top guys running the team. Well, they had No, the ZZ Top bootlegs did not run the team. They own the Rich Energy Company, which fell apart, as we all know. And that almost shut down the team completely before then Nikita Mazepin brought in his Russian money. And I mean, they did put Mick Schumacher in, but Schumacher was really struggling. Mazepin obviously was a dumpster fire. I don't have to explain why he was a dumpster fire. I really don't. And and he ended up being kicked out of the ride for this season. Nikita Mazepin did. And Haas now has no sponsorship, as far as I know. They got Kevin Magnussen in the second car now at the Haas F1 team, and Magnussen has really been impressing this year. I mean, Schumacher has still kind of been struggling, but I think Schumacher can earn points this year. I personally do believe that Mick Schumacher can definitely get some points. I mean, the next race they're going to is Miami. Yeah, I'm still looking at the F1 schedule, but yeah, they're going to Miami next week. And partnership can't remember the name. What is? Okay, that what you just said is a bit confusing, I'll be honest. But yeah, I mean F1 this year. I mean I've been looking at them all. Like Latifi has really struggled. If I go to the standings, yeah, Latifi is probably now the worst driver on the grid because of Mazepin being gone. As in sponsor. Okay, yeah. So I guess is Ukraili still technically on board or something? Like is Ukraili still on board? I don't. Yeah, Hulkenberg I know replaced Vettel. Schumacher has kind of struggled. Stroll, of course, we know he's garbage. Lance Stroll, we know is just garbage. Sebastian, welcome. Guan Yu Zhu, I mean, considering that this is his first year in F1, he's not doing that bad. Termina Felix, welcome. We got 15 likes on the stream. We just had a big jump in likes, so let's get a 15 like hype in the chat. But yeah, Alonso, I mean, I don't know how much longer he's going to stick around for, though. I mean, Ferrari has just taken it by storm. Oh, we got a raid from Cause64. Yeah, thank you for that raid, Cause. Oh, you were part of that raid too, Termina Felix? Acid Harry, thank you for coming in on that raid. What were you guys playing? I think you guys were playing Smash or something? Is that correct? But yeah, Smash. But yeah, guys, hope you had fun over there. Uh, I'll give you guys a little welcome raider screen right now here. So yeah, guys, for coming in on that raid from Cause64, make sure that you guys from Cause64's end hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share my channel, become a sponsor if you want, and support me in any other way you can. Stick around for a little bit longer as well if you get a chance as well. And that's the end of the Welcome Raider screen. I don't have any transitions, unfortunately. I was ordered to get rid of them a while back. But yeah, thank you for getting his link there, Abram. I appreciate it. Just had to do something as well. I mean, how did Smash go? Like, was it fun? Like, did you win a lot of matches? You want to go? Do you want to go to Daytona? I'd love to go. I'd love to go there as well. I was told to get rid of them because I was told to get rid of the I was told to get rid of the transitions because the person that made those transitions was banned from my community. So I was told that apparently she didn't want me to use them anymore. So I just decided to comply and not get into a fight over it. See people also just talking about other stuff this weekend, like but yeah, tomorrow there's a lot of driver appearances as well. Kevin Harvick will be appearing. Yeah, Kevin Harvick I know will be appearing on at the Monster. I think Matt Tift, even though yeah, I've been to two races this weekend. And then we got another one tomorrow, and then I'm heading home. But yeah, Matt Tift does. He's not driving anymore, but he is now like a car owner, so he'll be at the Ford tent. I think a few other Cup guys will be at the Ford tent. I think Brad Keselowski. I just can't really remember. I just can't really remember why. Excuse me. I just can't really remember who else is going to be speaking tomorrow at the Ford tent. I think somebody else from Haas is going to be at Ford. I just don't remember who's going to be at Ford tomorrow, besides Matt Tift. All right, thank you for the raid, Cause 64, and have a good rest of your day. But yeah, still checking on other news stories out here as well. But yeah, I may do some of these more. I may do more of like these just chilling streams and all. I want Denny Hamlin to win tomorrow. Oh, I remember a few other driver appearances as well. Kurt Busch is going to be at like the stage where the pre-race show is going on. The pre-race concert is going on. I don't know who's performing. It's probably some random country band just because seems like seems like a lot of people that get hired to do these pre-race concerts just happen to do country music for some reason. I mean, I wish that that we could do something else besides that. I mean, I wish that we could get like I don't know, maybe just rock music, not country music. Just because I mean, you can't do the same thing every time. You got to change things up. And kind of wish that people would understand that. I mean, and I think NASCAR is trying to change that up because at the Clash, in at the LA Coliseum, they had Ice Cube, the rapper, perform a pre-race show. It seemed like most of the fans at the Coliseum were enjoying it. Were enjoying the pre-race show from not pre-race show, mid-race halftime show from Ice Cube. I mean, in the past, we have seen other people perform. I mean, way back in 2006, Red Hot Chili Peppers did a pre-race, not pre-race, a halftime show during the All-Star race. And, yeah, of course I do. I mean, I do as well. Like, I mean, going to races. I mean, races in person are a lot better. Usually, will show better racing product than on TV because Fox never shows anything. Because Fox, their coverage is terrible. They don't show anything besides the leader. They go to commercial way too much, and yada yada yada. And yeah, Termina Felix, thank you for coming out as well. Have a good rest of your day. But yeah, I mean, maybe one day we'll be able to see each other at a race. Like, there's another streamer that I'm actually going to be meeting tomorrow at the track. Hopefully, All Ages Gaming. And Jordan, welcome. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, we'll be meeting up hopefully, and I think that we'll be able to just have a good time and all. I mean, Xfinity was great. ARCA East was great, despite the fact that they only had 15 cars. They had only 15 cars there. Like seriously, they had only 15 cars in the East race. They had 17 entered on the entry list, 2 withdrew, but I mean, as I said earlier, it just seems that a lot of teams opt to withdraw. Like a lot of these teams just opt to withdraw like before like this year, like there've been a lot of teams that have just withdrawn from the entry list before like right before excuse me, like before even getting to the track. Like I mean, honestly, I'll just say it right now. Like, if you plan to race, just don't put yourself on the entry list unless you actually are gonna show up. I'll just say that. Don't put your name on the entry list unless you actually are gonna show up. Because we've seen a lot of teams just not show up after after issues. Yeah, Brody is a nice guy, Jeffro. Apex Slayer, welcome. Just wanted to say, oh, no worries, Jordan. Don't worry about it. I mean, you're still popping by, and more people clicking on the stream is better than less. Can tell you that. Still trying to find some others, and I'm fine, Apex Slayer. But yeah, kind of wish that we were able to get some people that were actually at the track as well to chat, but I guess not. I mean, I don't really know many other people that were actually at the track that that are really in my community, just because I just don't think many people are actually. I mean, it's just that Dover's not really one of like the more popular tracks. Like people tend to try to go to Daytona or like Martinsville and other tracks that are just and also definitely Bristol. People definitely want to go to Bristol over Dover, but I mean, Dover's still fun track. Can't argue. Definitely one of the most underrated tracks. Like I honestly don't think anyone actually watched the 2016 spring race because like if you think that Dover sucks, watch that race. That race was awesome. I mean, 2017 also had a really good show at Dover. Just that the last few years of Dover have not really been that good. I mean, 2018 sucked. The 2018 spring race sucked. I was there. The 2019 spring race started off pretty good, then kind of just fell apart towards the end. Nigel Farage, welcome. And All Ages Gaming popping in right there as well. I don't know how I don't know how to answer that, Nigel. Can I? Yeah, I'll be at yeah. I mean, and Brody, we may end up seeing each other when like at like some of the driver stuff. Like Kevin Harvick is gonna be at like the monster statue at some point. I think I don't know if you're planning to go to that. Yeah. So I mean, we'll probably end up running into each other there. Yeah. Oh, Truex is also there. Bowman, oh god. Bowman is at the Ally tent. I thought about asking him this jokingly. Uh, if he was aware of like the whole conspiracy theory that whenever Bowman wins, he kills or degrades a track. I wonder if I was thinking about maybe asking him that, just considering that it seems to happen every time. Like every time that happens, like Auto Club gets reported to be turned into a short track after he wins. Yes, I do play Among Us, Apex Slayer. Like Auto Club gets reported to be turned into a short track. Uh, and then also where else did he win? Chicagoland shuts down when Bowman wins. Dover, no, Dover lost a date after Bowman. But yeah, Bowman, but yeah, SMI buys Dover after Bowman wins Dover last year. Better not win it again this year because he's going to kill the track if he wins it. I mean, Richmond has actually somehow not been touched, although the truck and Xfinity dates did get swapped. Vegas is now being rumored to lose a date just because Bowman won. Martinsville's spring race gets shut. I mean, Martinsville's spring race gets shortened from 500 to 400 miles. So I mean, I think, I mean, I wonder how Bowman would respond to that whole conspiracy theory that whenever he wins, a track has something bad happen to it. Like, I wonder how he'd respond to that. He'd probably just laugh at it, although he probably wouldn't take it seriously. Welcome back, Alex. But yeah, Alex Bowman, I don't think really would take it seriously if I were to ask him about that. But but yeah. Also, Pocono lost one of its two dates after Bowman won one of them. I mean, Bowman just gets too lucky. I mean, Bowman's just lucky. I mean, Bowman's just one of the luckiest guys. Like, I mean, he's probably the new closer. I mean, Bowman is the new closer. Like, Kevin Harvick was the closer. Now Bowman is. I mean, and I mean, Bowman's just a dummy. Like, he makes a T-shirt just because Denny Hamlin rightfully calls Bowman a hack. I mean, honestly, Denny had every right to call him a hack. And then he did the same thing when to Kyle Busch. And I'll just say it right now. Kyle had every right to say that he's just lucky. He had every right to. I mean, I don't care if there are Alex Bowman fans here right now, but I'm being honest. He had every right to. Okay. Yeah, Bowman's at the Ally tent. Kurt Busch is gonna be at like the pre-race concert stage. A few other people are gonna be doing stuff. Matt Tifft is gonna be doing something as well. I think somebody from RFK and another driver from I think somebody from Penske is also gonna be at the Ford tent. Like, I mean, it's been a great weekend being able to meet some of these a lot of these drivers. And yeah, Ryan Preece also, what a legend he is. I mean, I thought Ryan Preece was done after like 2020. I thought he was done. Like he was just really disappointing me. Ryan Preece was. And then who else really disappointed me? Bowman? No. I mean, Preece, I honestly, if I was Tad Gessinger or Brad Daugherty, I would probably have dropped Preece after 2020 and put somebody else in the 37. I mean, if I continue to look through I mean, if I look at like the 2020 Cup driver team chart, I mean, there were plenty of other guys that were like rumored to even take. There were like plenty of other guys that were even rumored to take over when Stenhouse got the 47 instead of others. Like, Other guys like Justin Haley were rumored. Brett Moffitt was even rumored. DiBenedetto was rumored to Daughtery. A bunch of other guys too were rumored to those seats. I think Suarez was rumored as well. I mean, I would have tried to pick up one of them to take over for Priest, but I mean that 37 ended up really not really getting much effort put into it, but Ryan Priest, I thought Ryan Priest drove a lot better than Stenhouse last year. Just that Priest got dropped because he was in the unchartered car, and the charter system we know screws over teams that don't have charters. Okay, I mean it does say here Priest was lower in the standings than Stenhouse, but Priest just had a lot of bad luck, and Priest just going his way to all of a sudden now become a R&D driver for Stewart-Haas. It's going to benefit him a lot going forward. I mean, it's going to benefit him so much because now he's the front runner to take over the 10 car at Stewart-Haas. Like he's now the front runner for that seat. And I think he can definitely do good there over Almirola. I mean, if we go to the standings right now, like I don't really expect many guys to really lose their rides, more or less leave or retire voluntarily. Like, I mean, if I go through the standings, like a lot of guys have been having bad years. Denny did win a race, but he's been having a garbage year outside of that. 24th in the standings, about almost 10 races into the year is not a good luck. Actually, we are 10 races in as and Denny is 24th in the standings. That is very bad for a guy who made the final four last season. I mean, right now Denny's had a Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon's been garbage this year as well. I mean, Ty Dillon has not really been that good this year. Cole Custer, oh god, he's been garbage. Todd Gowland, and got to also consider that he skipped Xfinity for some reason. Corey LaJoy, Brad Keselowski, Harrison Burton. It's not been a good year for him. Stenhouse, oh god, Stenhouse, like he's been having probably the worst year that he's ever had in his career. I mean, 2015 and 14 were really bad Stenhouse years, but right now this would probably be Stenhouse's worst year. And then Cody Ware and BJ are right behind, although BJ is skipping races now, and Cody Ware is technically the last full-time guy on points in points, and I mean Cody Ware, he's not a good driver. I go through all the other guys in like that are part-time. David Reagan is 34th. Garrett Smithley is 35th. Greg Biffle is 36th. Biffle has been having so much bad luck with the NY Racing. He's only finished one race, which was Atlanta, where he finished 20th. Jacques Villeneuve, 37th. Boris Said, 38th. Joey Hand, 39th. And then you have all the other guys that are not eligible for points. Daniel Hemrick, Castle, Landon Castle, Josh Bilicki, AJ Allmendinger. I don't feel like going through it all. Alright. I think actually right now we're gonna wrap up for this. I mean, this was only a 1 hour stream, but but I mean, I just feel like ending now, considering that, I mean, that's kind of everything I really had to talk about. I mean, I'll probably upload some videos that I took of, like, the races, and, yeah. We'll go on a raid here right now. I want to see who is maybe live with something. I mean, I don't think there's really anybody watching right now, but, oh well. Like, I don't think there is really anybody live, like, doing. I mean, there definitely are people live. It's just I don't think. Oh, you're still here, Abram? Okay. I don't know if there's anybody else that is still here. But yeah, we got many options on the table here. I'm just looking through them all. I'm thinking I think maybe what we'll do here is we will go raid this guy. Uh this is Josh Xstari right here. He's celebrating the fifth year anniversary of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So why don't we go raid him here? So yeah, we're gonna raid Josh Xstari right here. And yeah, guys, remember to do this all right. Um, so yeah, Josh Xstari is the guy that we are raiding. Yeah, guys, make sure that when you guys go on this raid, be respectful. Don't spam. Only one hashtag allowed whenever we do this, like usual. Yeah, just don't be rude over there as well. I mean, sub to him, support him any way you can, and blah blah blah. Alright, I see Abram there. I may as well just go in because I don't think there's anyone else that's actually here. Okay. I know this is a short one, but I just feel like ending it now. So yeah, guys, thank you for all watching. Subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, share my channel, sponsor my channel if you want. Support me in any other way you can, and stay safe as well. I'll be home tomorrow I'll be home tomorrow night after the conclusion of the cup race, and I'll see you guys then. Have a good night.